from the book of John, chapter 11, verses 1 to 27. Now a certain man was ill, Lazarus of Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. It was Mary who anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair, whose brother Lazarus was ill. So the sisters sent to him, saying, Lord, he whom you love is ill. But when Jesus heard it, he said, This illness is not unto death. It is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified by means of it. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that he was ill, he stayed 2 days longer in the place where he was. Then after this, he said to the disciples, Let us go into Judea again. The disciples said to him, Rabbi, the Jews were but now seeking to stone you, and are you going there again? Jesus answered, Are there not 12 hours in the day? If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble, because he sees the light of this world. If anyone walks in the night, he stumbles, because the light is not in him. Thus he spoke, and then he said to them, Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I go to awake him out of sleep. The disciples said to him, Lord, if he has fallen asleep, he will recover. Now Jesus had spoken of his death, but they thought that he meant taking rest in sleep. Then Jesus told them plainly, Lazarus is dead, and for your sake I am glad that I was not there, so that you may believe. But let us go to him. Thomas, called the twin, said to his fellow disciples, Let us also go, that we may die with him. Now when Jesus came, he found that Lazarus had already been in the tomb 4 days. Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 2 miles off, and many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to console them concerning their brother. When Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went and met him, while Mary sat in the house. Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. And even now, I know that whatever you ask from God, God will give you. Jesus said to her, Your brother will rise again. Martha said to him, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And whoever lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said to him, Yes, Lord. I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, he who is coming into the world. The word of the Lord.
Hello, welcome. Today's passage is about probably one of the greatest miracles to this day. It's about how Lazarus was brought back from the dead. Mary and Martha and Lazarus were siblings, and Mary got a message to Jesus, who was far away with his disciples, and she said, Jesus, the one you love, Lazarus, is extremely sick. And what struck me about that was she called him the one you love. So I believe that Mary and Martha and Lazarus, who were siblings, were some of Jesus's most close friends outside of the disciples. He spent a lot of time with them, and there was love between them that was quite evident. So Jesus responded in an unusual way that could make us think. He said, I'm not going to go there yet. I'm going to wait, and this will bring glory to me and to God. And for us, I think that means, especially in this day and age, I think it means it's good to wait upon God until you hear him call you. And nowadays there's pressure to do everything immediately without thinking, but that's not necessary in the Spirit. So Jesus waited 2 more days, and then he headed to Judea, and he told his disciples, I'm going to Judea because Lazarus has fallen asleep. And the disciples protested because last time Jesus was in Judea, they tried to kill him, so he was going into a very dangerous place. And also Jesus had said Lazarus is sleeping, and they said, well, that means he's getting better. And then Jesus said, no, he has actually died. So they decided to go, and they assumed they were going to mourn, I presume. So when Jesus got there, Martha said, you're too late, our brother has died. And I was amazed at her character too, because she's mourning her brother. She wasn't upset that Jesus had delayed. And he spoke to her about the life everlasting. And she said, I know, Lord, I believe in that. And I've always known you are the Son of God and the Messiah. I doubt she knew that he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead at that point. But again, I was surprised at her continued love and trust, even though Jesus was late, because she said, if you had come earlier, my brother wouldn't have died. But she didn't lay any blame on him or anything. And then, so for me, what I got out of this passage, the main part was when Jesus said, this sickness will not end in death. So what he was showing us is that our sicknesses don't end in death. Death is not the final frontier. After death, our spirits live forever. So once more, we do experience the body death, but we live forever if we believe in Jesus. So he was showing this in a miraculous way, that he could have the power over in life and death, but a deeper meaning is that we do experience everlasting life. So I think that's good news.